Happy Motivational Monday, people of YouTube and beyond, whatever that actually means. Today, in this YouTube video, I'm going to be doing something drastically outside of my comfort zone, which is actually to upload this video with literally 0 edits. And you guys don't know how terrifying this is for me because I literally edit these videos so much. I mean, if there's a 6 or 7 minute video, I may have like 35, 40 minutes of footage for that video. So this is something that I'm very not comfortable with, and it might make this video a little bit more boring. I'm sorry, I don't know, but I'm trying it out. I've recently been inspired actually by Russell Brand, who I've been watching a lot on YouTube lately, and he's had a lot of great things to say about this whole corona situation. And he's just an amazing person to just listen to. He's super funny, and he's just so good at just talking to the camera, just like if it were live. And basically that's what I wanted to try to do here. You know, if it turns into a terrible video, then it turns into a terrible video. But there are a lot of worse things going on in the world right now than me uploading a crappy YouTube video. So one thing I've discovered during my quarantine contemplations here, and I'm on day 13 of my quarantine, is that it is very hard to find ways to step outside of your comfort zone. And so this was one of the ways I figured I could step outside of my comfort zone. This morning I actually woke up and I thought that I'm gonna go jump in our lake that we have kind of by our house here, and that'll be the way of stepping outside of my comfort zone. It's like literally -1 degrees outside and snowing. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. But then my mom wanted to go on a walk this afternoon, and I was like, okay, if I go jump in the lake, I know I'm going to be cold and I'm not going to want to go on a walk with her later. So then this idea occurred to me that I'm just going to make this YouTube video and I'm going to do 0 edits. I'm just going to wing it, just going to go for it. I mean, I have my notes and things. I know what I'm going to talk about, but basically going to try to upload this video today without any editing. So I hope you guys enjoy. But what I wanted to title the video today is how to find motivation on a motivationless Monday. And this video title is actually, I have to give credit to my mom, because I was sitting at the table with her during lunch and it's Monday and I still didn't know what I was going to talk about today. And I was like, Mom, I don't know what the heck I'm going to talk about in my Motivational Monday today. And she goes, how to find motivation on a motivationless Monday. And I thought, that's it. What are we really all trying to find? What is there even to find motivation for right now when we can't even do anything? You know, and this video does go out to all those people that are like me, okay, right now sitting at home, maybe quarantined, maybe locked up, maybe told by the government you have to stay inside, okay, or maybe you're sick, I don't know, but I know there are a bunch of healthcare workers out there, people working in the hospitals that have no choice but to work hours and hours and hours. I mean, working harder than they probably ever have in their entire lives right now, which thank God for those people. Thank you for serving us. But this video does go out to the people like me who are sitting at home and probably feeling pretty useless. I think this is a time where we can kind of just feel useless because we don't have very much we can do with ourselves, right? We're sitting at home, but I do believe that even in these times of uselessness, you know, there's still a purpose for our lives, obviously. And if there's a purpose for our lives, then there's got to be a purpose with each day. And yesterday I was sitting at the table again, and this time with my dad, and I said, Dad, you know, what do you think the world needs right now? What do you think I can do? What can I do to be of service to the world right now, to the best of my abilities? Like, what do you think we all need? You know, I don't have a job right now. I'm at home. Like, even after my quarantine's over, I'm not even going to have a job to go back to. So what the heck am I going to do with my time during these weeks? And how can I just be of service? Like, I just want to be of service all the time. And he said, you know, maybe it's not about everything that you can do right now. Maybe it's about what you're going to learn during this time and how you're going to behave and what you're going to do and how you're going to take action once this is all over. You know, maybe it's just right now is where you're just learning, you know, how you're actually going to be able to be of service once this is all done. And I thought that was a really good answer, and that really helped me out a lot. And it just made me realize that, right now, it is not about, I think, the massive impacts that we can have on the world, maybe for some people, but right now it's not about the big things, right? We're all really just caring about our own health and our own self right now, and our own, these little things. Like there's like a presidency, right? That needs to be, that people should be focusing on right now. Like who's going to be the next president in America? You know what? Nobody gives a crap right now because we're all just worried about this virus. Like it's just overwhelmed everybody's minds and thoughts and social medias. And that's literally the only thing that we all care about right now. So anyways, long story short, basically what I'm saying is, these bigger things out there, they don't really matter right now. Okay. The little things are what's going to matter the most right now, I think. Maybe we've all heard that saying. I think there's a quote, right? That's like it's the little things that matter the most. Well, I think right now is truly that time where we need to focus on the little things. And the little things that I'm talking about are, see, I got them written down here. I think resting, learning, helping, and appreciating are some of these little things that matter a lot right now. And I'm going to give examples of each one and how I've kind of been executing each one of these areas in my life just on a daily basis here while I'm sitting in quarantine. But resting, if we start with that one, I think now is a time of rest, and I think that's the easiest one. Like we're all kind of automatically getting this period of rest. And so many of us have lives where we're just so busy. We're running around, we're rushing around, we're trying to find more hours in the day. Well, guess what? Here you go. Now you have them. Okay, now you have no choice but to rest. So I think really taking care of your sleep, honestly, this is a great time to just catch up on sleep. That is just so important for the human body and mind. And, just focusing on not rushing around, just take this time to actually be still. And it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable if you are a person that's very used to rushing around and doing all the things all the time and being busy. But we all need rest too. So that's one thing. Secondly, this is a time for learning. Personally, I've actually started reading about Buddhism for the first time in my life. This is something that I would have never done before if I wasn't in this time right now where I had all this time. But I picked up a book on Buddhism. I actually bought it when I was in San Francisco a couple weeks ago. And now I'm having the time to learn about Buddhism for the first time. I've also learned a lot of new recipes. And that's something that, I typically don't do unless I'm, it's a weekend, I'm with a friend or something like that. But now I've had all the time in the world to actually learn new recipes and cook for my family. If you're into music, and I am into music, and this is actually something I should do a little bit more. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll motivate myself right now to start playing some piano or guitar or sing or something. But this is a great time if you're a musician to just pick up that instrument and learn some new stuff, or just maybe lollygag on your own and create some stuff, but a time to be creative. And then helping others, I think that is something that can really spark some meaning in our lives right now, is helping others, because we know that there are so many people out there that need help, first of all, and that are suffering. So, us just sitting in our own homes and not really contributing to the world, while we know there are so many people out there dying and so many people out there working their butts off, that might make us feel even more just bad about ourselves. But these are the times, I think, where the little ways that we can help really do mean the most. And so some things that I've been doing on a daily basis that have been making me feel fulfilled is, being able to help my parents. Right now I'm living with my parents here in Finland, and it's something I deeply appreciate, especially after knowing what it feels like to live on your own for a few years and having to pay rent and things like that. So the fact that I'm not having to do that right now is absolutely phenomenal. So I've bbeen really focusing on trying to find all the ways that I can to just help my parents. Like the other day, we burned and raked and picked up sticks in the yard for 3.5 hours. And that's something I would have not had the time for if I wasn't in this quarantine, or if I was working or just living my normal life. Before all of this, actually, I had committed myself to just picking up sticks, like cleaning up the yard for 15 minutes a day. Well, great. Now I have 3.5 hours that I can do that. So just trying to show my appreciation in that way. A lot of people right now are staying with family members. So, try to help out literally those that are just in your nearest vicinity in whatever way that you can. That's one way. And I've also obviously been I'm trying to help you guys right now by making this video. I'm here on YouTube, and I've been posting a lot more to my Instagram, which is something that I've actually wanted to do for a long time. And now I finally have the time to do it. I've been posting a lot more at-home workouts because I just feel like this is a necessity right now. And I'm super happy that I'm actually in quarantine, because if I had never gone to that trip to San Francisco and then, continued just going to the gym by myself, my days wouldn't have really been affected that much. But I'm so glad that I've had to force myself to find ways to exercise at home, and in that process and keeping myself motivated just to get myself to exercise, it's really helped me to make these videos and post them on my Instagram. So if you are interested in some more pure workout motivation, fitness motivation, and tips and tricks and things like that to do right now during this time, definitely find me on Instagram. And then lastly, this is a great thing that you all can probably do as well, is picking up trash. I made a whole video on that recently here on my channel, but basically my parents and I have been taking these long walks, and really anytime that I take a walk with my mom, like, she is just the trash collector of the world. I mean, she has like an eye, she has some like trash vision that I don't even have. Okay, but she just sees every single piece of trash that's laying anywhere. I mean, it could be like under the ground and she sees it and she just pulls it out. Like, this literally happens. Like, she'll see this much piece of plastic sticking out from the ground, and then she'll pull it out, and then it'll be like this much plastic. But we've been collecting lots of trash on our walks, and if you have access to get outside and be around nature and pick up some trash, I mean, that is just the easiest way that you can just help Mother Nature right now. Just from your own home. And it's very fulfilling. It feels good, and you definitely are helping the world. So that's a little way to contribute. So there's several examples of ways to contribute. And then lastly, this could be a time for appreciation. So appreciating yourself and appreciating others. So ways that I've been doing that is I've been reaching out to people that I haven't talked to for a long time, but I've also been reaching out to those that I deeply do care about and that are my close friends, and just having conversations with people, really just calling people every day or messaging them and making sure that, I'm telling the people that are meaningful in my life that they matter. And even if I'm not saying those exact words, just having conversations that are quality conversations and not taking them for granted, right? Just not taking your friends for granted and not taking your family for granted. So just showing your appreciation in that way, just being in contact, since we do have social media and this way of connecting through the internet right now during these times, thank goodness. And then showing appreciation for yourself. I have been meditating more than ever every single day, which has been honestly fantastic. Meditation used to be something that I really just felt like I was obligated to do. Like, I just knew that I needed and wanted to get better at meditation. So I started meditating, and I had to like set a timer for 7 minutes on my clock, and I meditated for 7 minutes. Then I got to 15 minutes, and now I don't even set a clock, but now it automatically turns into like 30, 35 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes of meditation for me. And it's been phenomenal. So that's a whole nother video that I can explain kind of my whole way of meditating, but that's how I've been kind of learning to just embrace my flaws, my weaknesses, my strengths, everything about me, and just learning to love and accept myself more fully and deeply. So guys, now is the time for the little things. And if you're feeling useless, just do something small today. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you can find something to do that's outside of your comfort zone, like I'm doing right now. But there's a still purpose for you on this earth. If you woke up this morning with a beating heart and your breath still in your lungs, you still have a reason to be here, and don't think that you are useless or that there's no point. And try to stay away from those fearful thoughts. Do things that make you happy, even if you're just at home and it might be harder. There are ways to make yourself happy. So find those things. Do the small things. Oh, and last thing I wanted to say is, if you're not a person that is somebody that uploads content to the internet like myself, and that's a super easy way to kind of just do something right now to help the world, right? If you're not that person, you're the person that's then watching everything on the internet. And my recommendation, just a little tip for myself personally, is to comment you know, take the time to leave a comment on the videos that you enjoy and the influencers that you're watching. And just, even if there's posts on your Facebook right now, that's something that sparks a smile. Like, I love all this like humor and just the love that I'm seeing on the internet right now. And I think that, at least for people like me, you know, when somebody comments on my videos, or when somebody sends me a message saying, hey, I really loved that video, or hey, just did your at-home workout, like, that means so much to me. Okay, that's what keeps me motivated to keep making these videos. So even if you like the video or whatever it is that you're watching, okay, leave a thumbs up at least, something, because that is what makes me want to keep doing these videos and wants to make me keep motivating others. So anyways, just a little tip. That's another tip on how you can just help out in a very small way, but a very meaningful way. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope it resonated with you. This obviously turned into a longer video, which I expected than it normally would have, but I had fun doing this, so maybe I'll do these types of Motivational Mondays a little bit more often. But thanks again for watching, guys. Stay clean, stay healthy, wash your hands, and I'll see you next Monday. Peace.